Okay. Now the thing is, whatever we have studied right now, that is the super elevation derivation. So that type of super elevation is basically for the single type of traffic. Suppose if in a road there is only one type of vehicle is moving, suppose only buses are moving or suppose only cars are moving, in that case you can use that formula to find out that super elevation, what is the required super elevation for that road. Now the thing is, if that is a mixed traffic condition like our Indian condition where different types of vehicles have different speeds and different dimension, in such cases that estimation of the super elevation would be slightly different than the previous case. So now we basically will discuss that super elevation design for the mixed traffic condition. So basically for the mixed traffic condition, what you have to do to design the super elevation. So your basic equation would be remain same, that is E plus F equal to V square by GR. Now for this case, for your super elevation design for the mixed traffic condition, there are basically 4 steps. So your first step is the super elevation for 75% of the design speed is calculated. Why 75%? Because there are different type of vehicles with different types of speed. So if you calculate that with the full speed or with the full design speed, in that case maybe that vehicles which have very lower speed, they may face some difficulties when countering that horizontal curve. So therefore, to make it comfortable for each type of vehicles, generally 75% of the design speed is calculated. Super elevation for 75% design speed is calculated, neglecting the friction. That is, your frictional force also is neglected when you are calculating that super elevation required for that portion. So basically neglecting friction, it will enable more vehicles with lower speed to to comfortably overcome that horizontal curve. So your first calculation would be E plus F. Now here you neglect the friction, so your F value would be 0. So basically E would be, previous equation was V square by GR. Now basically you are considering 75% of the V, therefore it would be 0.75 V square divided by GR if V is in meter per second. Now if you want to directly use that kilometer per hour, in that case that equation would be equal to V square by 225 R. Okay, so your first thing is the previous equation was E plus F equal to V square by GR. That was our initial equation. Here the value of F is basically 0. Okay, so therefore E equal to, and that is V you will not consider that full design speed, you will consider only 75% of the design speed. Therefore it would be 0.75 V square, okay, divided by G into R. So in this way this equation comes. Okay, now step 2 is, now in this way you will find out what is your super elevation. Now if it is a plain and rolling terrain, that whatever value of the super elevation you are getting, that value must be below 0.07. Why 0.07? Because 0.07 is the maximum value for the super elevation. You cannot allow more than 0.07. So from this equation, if you are getting a value more than 0.07, in that case, what you have to do, you have to provide that maximum super elevation E value as 0.07, and you have to find out what is the coefficient of friction value considering full design speed. Okay, so if you are getting your design speed E value as more than 0.07, then you have to go for the step 3 or step 4. So in the step 3, what you have to do, you have to find out what is the coefficient of friction value considering full design speed and considering maximum value of the super elevation. So we put the value of E as 0.07 and find out what is the F. Okay, now this calculated value of F, coefficient of friction value, should be less than 0.15, because 0.15 is the maximum value of the coefficient of the lateral friction. So this value should be less than 0.15. Now, if it is more than 0.15, in that case, what you will do? In such cases, you have to find out what is the speed limit value. So how you can find out? You know that equation E plus F equal to V square by GR. Now for that E, you will put the maximum value at 0.07, and for the value of F, you will put the value F at 0.15, and you will find out what is the value of V. Okay, so you have to find out what is the value of speed, that is VA, or value of the speed, allowable speed. Now, if these values do not come under that 0.15 values, in such cases you have to provide the speed restriction marks in the horizontal curve. Sometimes you often see that in the horizontal curve, in some signpost, it is written that maximum speed limit of that area is such kilometer. So basically that type of calculation has been come up regarding the super elevation design. So they have found that whatever super elevation will be there, or whatever coefficient of friction would be required over there, that cannot be provided over there. So therefore it is required to restrict your speed. So therefore that speed restriction marks or speed restriction uh, signposts are installed in the horizontal curve. And these speed restrictions are coming up based on these derivations. Now, there are other things. Now, if the allowable speed finding out from this equation is above than the design speed, then the design speed is adequate and provides a super elevation E equal to 0.07. And if the allowable speed is less than the design speed, the speed is limited to the allowable speed calculated above, and appropriate warning sign should be installed in that horizontal curve. Now, before doing this, let us solve one numerical. So this is the question you have to find out. Just start from the first step. Either you can convert your speed values into meter per second and that put that speed value into meter per second in the first equation and find out E value, or you can directly use the second formula to find out what is the E value. So you are getting a E value as 0.08 for the step one. So basically the E value, it should not be more than 0.07. Okay, it should not be more than 0.07. So for that reason, you have to go for that step 2. Okay, step 2 is you have to check whether that value is more than 0.07 or not. Yes, it is more than 0.07. So now go for the step 3. So your step 3 is you have to find out the value of f considering the e value as 0.07. So you can directly use this formula to find out this. So you are getting a value of 0.087. Now the thing is that 0.087 value is lesser than 0.15. So therefore you can provide a super elevation of 0.07. In that case it will be safe. So I think it is clear. So your problem is solved within step 3. Now, if you are, if it happens that if your value is more than 0.15, in that case, you have to go for the step 4. So I think that portion is clear. Now let us discuss the attainment of the super elevation in the field, that how you will provide the super elevation in the field. So if you want to provide the super elevation, there are different methods to provide the super elevation on the field. So first thing is elimination of the crown of the camber section. Elimination of the crown means, let me draw this. Basically, this is the road surface and the topmost portion. This is the road surface and the topmost portion is called the crown. So first method is elimination of crown of the camber section. Basically, this is the portion. This is the camber portion. Now, elimination of the crown means you just can increase this height. This is the elimination of crown of the camber section, and rotation of the pavement to attain the full super elevation. In that case, you can rotate the pavement. Let us discuss about this first method, then we will discuss about the second method. Now, first one is elimination of the crown of the camber section. Now, there are different methods of elimination of the crown. First one is outward edge is rotated above the crown. So, how outward edge is rotated? How outer edge is rotated? Let us see. This is the outward edge. This is the ground. How outer is rotated? So this portion you will rotate like that until you get that full super elevation. Okay, until you get super elevation. Rotated means you are kept rising this until you get maximum super elevation. So that is your outward edge is rotated above the ground. Now there are some disadvantages of this outward edge rotated above the ground. First one is small length of road, cross slope less than the camber. So basically in such cases, you will get a cross slope that would be less than the camber, and in such cases drainage problems may happen because all this water will be accommodated over there. So in such cases drainage problem may happen. So there are other methods. Second method is crown shifted outwards. So in such cases this total crown would be shifting in the outward direction. So this total height would be in the outward portion. Okay, and gradually, so that is your crown, and gradually you will elevate the remaining portion. So in this case, some disadvantage would be there. Large negative super elevation on outer half. So in such cases, if a vehicle is moving in the outer half, in such cases, he will experience some negative super elevation. Drivers have tendency to run the vehicle along the shifted ground. So always the driver has tendency to move their vehicle in this portion, and therefore the remaining portion of the road would be blank. So all this portion of the road will not be used properly. So this is the second method. Then another method is rotation of the pavement to attain the full super elevation. So here also first method is there, rotation above the center line. So suppose that is your pavement section. Okay, that is your pavement section. You just rotate it. So suppose initially it would be like straight line, and this is the axis. With that axis you just rotate it. Okay, suppose this is the outer edge, this is the inner edge. So if you rotate this, how it will be? It will be like that. Okay, so there are some disadvantages in this work and some advantage also. Advantage is that, see, in that case, that side portion, inner portions of the road is from the below from the central line, and that outer portion is above the center line. So whatever earthwork is there, earthwork excavated over there to go for that particular elevation, that earthwork can be used over there to achieve that particular height. So therefore there is a earthwork balanced in this type of process. And another thing, that the cross section, okay, or central line elevation of the central line of the road remain unchanged, because you are rotating or that pavement according to the central line. But some disadvantage is there. Disadvantage is, as you are depressing the inner edge from that level, therefore there is a chances of water accumulation over there, and it will gradually weaken that portion of the pavement. Another method is there, that is rotation above the inner edge. So that is the inner edge. So basically you are rotating, suppose initially it was like that pavement, and above that inner edge you will rotate the pavement to attain that particular super elevation. So in that cases what happens, this central line, elevation of the central line will be changed, it will be getting in the above portion. Here main advantage is no drainage problem is there. And and another thing is additional earth filling should be there. Okay, additional earth filling should be there. So here that earth filling is not balanced, and central line of the pavement is also raised, so you have to take care of about the remaining portion of the pavement where there no super elevation was there. So these are the different methods of that super elevation design. And generally in cases, in practical cases, in maximum cases, this last method is used. So this is another problem. You just try to solve this by yourself. And I think in this problem, you have to go up to step number 4. Okay, you have to go up to step number 4. So I think that portion is clear to you. So let me finish this class. So you can leave the meeting.